Chapter 53. Michael. There seemed to be an endless amount of church services at Christmas, and the Epiphany service feels like a rerun of the carol service in some ways, though less well attended. Jen seems to actually enjoy it. I like the peace and the stillness, she says in the car when we're finally on our way home. Home. I keep thinking that it's going to be Jen's home as well soon. I already helped her move out of her flat and back into her dad's, and there was a lot of rubbish in boxes then. I shall have to resign myself to her stuff taking over. It's a small price to pay for having her with me till death do us part. Steve mentioned the wedding vows at the end of the marriage prep session, so we'll need to have a conversation about those too. I look across at Jen as she leans back in the seat comfortably. All in good time. Do you want to come in for a bit? She asks when I pull up outside her dad's. I've got a ton of stuff to do for school. I shake my head. Okay, she says, and gives me a lingering kiss. Not long now. Trying to ignore the flatness of being alone in the house, I open up my emails and find a new one from David. When I told him I was training for a marathon, he started thinking about possible PR for the school. I had already entered and paid, but he said that it would be a good opportunity to raise funds. Now he's asking me to go to Bradley Cook's house tomorrow for a photo. I don't know Bradley well, but everyone talks about him regularly in the staff room. He was diagnosed with leukemia last year, and the PTA were joining his parents to fundraise for him. Perhaps David is thinking we can split any fundraising between Bradley and the school. When I turn up, I'm grateful for David's ability to handle difficult situations. Bradley looks pale, but he's cracking jokes and seems genuinely happy to see us. His parents are visibly exhausted, but shower us with gratitude when we haven't even done anything yet. Feeling humbled, I smile next to Bradley while David takes a photo and consider how puny running a marathon seems compared with the battle this family is facing. If I can raise money as well, so be it. Fancy a drink? David says hopefully as we make our way outside. I've been at my parents'. I shake my head. Got a lot to catch up on. I'm planning for the big day too, he says with a jaunty smile. Well, a bit. I suppose marriage preparation courses count. How do you think the bus system is going? He asks. Teething problems, I comment, picturing the kids going wild instead of forming an orderly line on the yard. Given the circumstances, I think it's okay. Yes, he nods eagerly in agreement. The reality is it's not much fun on Monday morning. The temperature is about 5 degrees. There's black ice on the corner of the yard, and I have a headache already. No, thank you. I glare at a Year 7 who's edging towards the ice. The classrooms we're using at Pressfield are pretty basic, but at least it's somewhere that isn't going to poison us. I suppose one bonus is that my lesson is 20 minutes shorter than usual. It feels like we barely cover anything before we have to jump back on the bus. Michael, David grabs me in the corridor. Take a look at this. He shows me on his phone screen a poster with the photo he took yesterday of me and Bradley. Looks great, doesn't it? Yeah, I mutter, distracted by my Year 11 boys kicking a football in the corridor. Put that ball away! It's only the next morning, when I come in and see my face plastered on every wall, that it hits me. Sponsor Mr. Chase, running 26 miles for Bradley. 12th of April. The marathon is on the same day as my wedding.